It's a beautiful morning, so I figured I'd opine. It's kind of a shout out to Steve. His channel is Corsairs and Trainers. He's got an interesting background, but he's a lot of his stuff has to do with being prepared and for what's over the horizon, things going wrong. Forest fires, floods, carjacking, bad guys, whatever. And not so much like self-defense, but just general awareness. It's a very good channel. Anybody that wants to improve their situation, he's a good guy to listen to. Anyhow, on that subject, the small town of St. Clair, Pennsylvania, you can look it up on Google Maps. That's where I live. I'm not going to tell you which house I live in, but the 4 guys in a truck decided to get a little bit crazy in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, apparently. Led the cops on a high-speed chase for, I don't know, I think it's probably like 40 miles from Lancaster to St. Clair. Ended up just north of the town. I'm guessing they went up Route 81. And then there's a thing called the Frackville Grade, and that's a very, very steep, windy section of Highway 61. It's under construction too. Somehow they made it at high speed all the way down to the bottom in the last turn. They wrecked the truck. It bounced over something. Somehow the thing crashed and landed on its feet. I guess it was reasonably disabled, so they all jumped out and ran. One guy tried to run up the side of a hill, so it's almost like a cliff. Starts off a little shallow and kind of wooded with small birch trees and things, and then it goes into a virtual cliff, and at the top it's called the Windows of the World. You get the idea. It's kind of tall, and a lot of guys run hill climb their dirt bikes up it. So anyway, one guy tried that. He wasn't very successful. I guess 3 more sprinted a couple hundred yards, ended up inside of a Walmart, and I pulled in to go to Walmart, and just as I'm about to get to the door, not knowing anything that's going on, the fire trucks were out at the bottom of the grade. I figured there was a wreck. A lot of police cars, absurd amount of police cars. So I'm gonna take it all in, figure somebody crashed. It was a helicopter. We have a life flight helicopter. I figured that probably them. So in any event, I'm walking up to the door, and all of a sudden the police cars fly up to the front doors of the Walmart and start throwing everybody out. People just literally start just pouring out of the place like rats. Turned out my son and his wife and daughter were in the Walmart, and what had happened is 3 of them ran in. And my guess, it's pretty unclear, but my guess is to basically, I guess they knew they were there. I guess it wasn't too hard to figure out they ran in. So they started firing guns in the store, and according to my son, he heard the gunshots, and he got his wife and daughter out. Being part of the fire department, he started helping evacuate the rest of the building. He's also usually armed, so I guess he wasn't pretty good. But somebody walked out, somebody came out, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? And they're like, well, it smells like smoke in there. I think there's a fire, and all the lights went out. Alright. So when it was all said and done, I guess the diversion of acting like some kind of robbery worked, because as far as I know right now, two of them are two of this alleged idiots. They're caught, and two more are still at large. And the police had the whole town shut down, and they had the helicopters going all night, with lights, looking for these guys. I don't know where they went. My house was locked. We got big dogs, so I guess we're all right. But I'm just going back to Corsair Trainer's channel. That's the kind of thing he talks about. What happens when, keep your head on a swivel and pay attention to your surroundings. But in any event, real life story. There was no effect on my life at all. Walmart got shut down, so I went across the parking lot. I went into Home Depot, got what I needed, went back home, and that was that. So no, my life wasn't affected. There's no hero story, no nothing. Local cops were spot on. Fire department, rescue, they all earned their pay that day. But keep your head on a swivel. They were just probably four dumb white kids from Lancaster, in a pickup truck, thinking they're going to get a little crazy, and things got a little out of hand. Could have been anybody, could have been anyone doing anything. But anyway, shout out to Steve, Corsairs Trainer. Real life scenario of, things going sideways. You all have a great day.